Good evening. Crypto is absolutely plummeting right now. We are falling through the floor even as the Senate Ag Committee voted to advance the crypto market structure bill. What on earth is going on? Well, we're going to get into it right now and explain what is happening. So, first of all, in case you missed it, for whatever reason, you will see that we are currently trading at a price of 83,941 in the Bitcoin market here on the Coinbase spot chart. We bottomed out today just a few moments ago at 83,272. This is shocking. This is potentially dramatic because we broke not only support here at 85,973, call it 86,000, we also broke the next significant area of support, the next significant low here at $84,500. And just now, just in the last few minutes, the last few moments, we have broken the next nearest significant low at $83,791 here on the Coinbase spot chart. And that leaves just one low to go, which is this massive low that we put in after that huge historical liquidation event in October. That is the low at $80,570. So what has happened? Well, playing market bingo here once again. Liquidations. We spoke yesterday in my video about the long side liquidation risk in the market. Now, we knew that there was a lot more short side liquidation risk, but that the risk remained of long positions in the market getting stopped out, getting truly liquidated, and of course that correlates to forced selling onto the market. You can see this in the data. Over the last 24 hours, $921 million worth of long positions liquidated out of the market. That is nearly $1 billion worth of long liquidations alone. It is over $1 billion worth of liquidations if you consider shorts in there too. Obviously, in volatile markets, prices are swinging, but we're moving generally down. A lot of those liquidations happening even just within the last 1 hour and 4 hours. So nearly $100 million worth and nearly $340 million worth, respectively, between the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame. So what is going on? Because we know that today the Senate, the Ag Committee of the Senate, voted to advance the crypto market structure bill, which should have been good news for the market. But I think what is going on here essentially is not quite good enough news there. We'll get into why that is in just a second. We've also got a general risk-off attitude in equities because of Microsoft earnings, because of big tech AI themes essentially playing out in a negative way. And the net effect of that has been a catalyst on risk assets, a catalyst on Bitcoin, and it has exposed, once again, liquidation risk in the market. So let's clear up each one of those matters in order. First of all, the crypto market structure bill. Here we go. Crypto bill clears the US Senate milestone as effort advanced through first committee. Why isn't this quite so good? There's still a lot of people very skeptical whether this will ever actually come to fruition, although we have passed the first step, which is the Ag Committee. By the way, side note, if you're interested why the Ag Committee deals with it, is because historically the Ag Committee, the Agricultural Committee, that is, dealt with commodities, and some of the first commodities to be traded and to be regulated were agricultural products like grain, for example. Side note, I thought that was quite interesting. After a brief series of amendments were rejected, the US Senate Agriculture Committee voted to advance its version of the crypto market structure bill to its next phase. The problem is this still doesn't have bipartisan support. So it was a party line vote, came out at 11-12, right? So this just got through basically by the skin of their teeth. And that essentially throws shade on whether or not this will actually get passed. The next step is the Senate Banking Committee before it goes up to the full Senate. Now, the other thing that we've got here, of course, is big players like Coinbase who actually oppose this bill, right? Because they don't like essentially the contents of it where it is right now. And all of that ties into basically uncertainty whether or not this will actually go through, okay? Because it's not into law yet. In fact, we've just passed the very first hurdle. So it's not particularly bullish news anyway. And then you've also lost the backing of big players like Coinbase. Now, on the other side of things, on general macro market structure and correlated markets, you can see the S&P was down quite dramatically today. I think it was something like 2% at its absolute low. There we go, 1.75%. Now we're making recoveries now, but what is going on here? And it's basically because of a series of really big earnings coming out after yesterday's trading session, the biggest of those, or the most significant of those, being Microsoft. Microsoft sheds $430 billion in market value as AI spending spooks investors. Now, Microsoft actually beat earnings just slightly, but there are greater concerns coming here from essentially their capex spending and from seeing value on that spending. And that, you will notice, is thematic to the broader concerns about the AI bubble, if you think it's a bubble forming. Microsoft's market value tumbled by $430 billion after US tech behemoth reported a surge in data center spending, pulling Wall Street lower as it reignited worries about Silicon Valley's vast investment in AI infrastructure. The Nasdaq Composite fell as much as 2.6% on Thursday morning before trimming losses to trade 1.5% lower by the early afternoon. S&P 0.6% lower. That's outdated. We've just looked at the up-to-date percent. The scale of spending is so high that there is a laser focus on the monetization of it, essentially what value they're getting back for that capex spending. Investors expressed nervousness about Microsoft's over-reliance on OpenAI, essentially their biggest client, with Wednesday's results revealing that 45% of Microsoft's $625 billion book of future cloud contracts came from the ChatGPT maker. The market is watching the exposure of Microsoft to OpenAI, said Manish Kabra, head of US equity strategy at Societe Generale. The Financial Times reported on Wednesday that OpenAI was in talks to raise close to $40 billion in its upcoming funding round from NVIDIA, Microsoft and Amazon, three of its largest infrastructure providers, reigniting fears about circular financing in the AI sector. So you can see, even though other earnings were positive today, right? We had Tesla, we also had Cat coming in positive. I think we had Visa as well, right? Good earnings on these companies, but thematically we've got the AI giant Microsoft also exceeding earnings, but now investors are starting to look a bit closer at where spending is going and what's actually happening in return for that spending. And that results in overall risk off on equities, risk off on risk assets as a whole. And we know that crypto is a risk asset. We know that Bitcoin is a risk asset. That potentially causes certain funds, certain investors to pull the plug, to reassess their risk exposure. Money flows out of the markets, and then prices come down a little bit, and we get into the meat of the liquidations. As we know, people trading on money that they don't have, money that's not theirs. When those positions become liquidated, when those leverage positions become liquidated, that causes supply to dump on the market, which causes prices to come down quite dramatically, and that can lead to a cascading effect, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. Nearly $1 billion worth of long positions liquidated out of the market in the last 24 hours. Where can we possibly go from here? What do we even look at now? So of course the next significant low is coming in here at $80,700. This varies from venue to venue, but that was the low put in after that massive liquidation event in October. So the good news is there's not so much liquidation risk left in the market. There's not so much leverage left in the market. If we take a look at that 80,000 and a half level, you're looking at, I believe, there you go, just about $1.5 billion worth of long liquidations if you're measuring this from the 30-day time horizon. And on the 1 day, we see something similar, right? $80,500 Bitcoin price, and that's correlating with just under $1 billion worth of long liquidation risk on the 1 day time horizon. Okay, that is cumulative long liquidation risk. So it's still significant, of course, but we're just running out of the numbers. Back in October, that liquidation event was massive, and there was so much more long side liquidation risk in the market. There was so much more of the market was stacked up long. Now we can see that balance has fully shifted. The market has been depressed for a long time, and there is significantly more short side liquidation risk, $12.4 billion to the upside. You look at the fear and greed index, 38. This is definitely going to come down. In fact, if I refresh that now, it'll probably be down still. Okay, not yet on the day, but the point is the market's depressed, the market's upset, and there just aren't that many longs left right now. Now, that's not to say I don't think the price can come down further. Of course, that's not the only driver of price. The next level I'm looking at to the downside is 80,500. I think if we do break that, do expect a deeper stab. And then the next level, if we look at the daily chart, the next significant level to the downside that I've got an eye on is just north of $74,000. I expect if we break this low here, if we break this wick, 80,500, we do come deeper into this gap, but I think we probably bounce out of that rather quickly. A lot of people potentially will be looking to pick up Bitcoin at discounted prices that we won't have seen for a significantly long period of time. I would certainly be interested in bidding this level if this continues to play out. If we see a slow bleed to the downside, that is basically a continued slow bleed to the downside. That's essentially your cue that this is spot driven and potentially will be sustained. If you see further stabs like we've got right now, that is your sign that this is being driven by further liquidations, and sort of like a ball held underwater. You're getting further, because that price action is happening so dramatically. You are basically getting to a position where, like the ball underwater, we're going to recover from that quite quickly, because Bitcoin is getting further and further away, or prices are getting further and further away from a fair value, whatever that means, at least in the moment. So I would definitely be looking to bid this area. Whether or not we actually get there today, I'm somewhat skeptical of. I think you can already see the market starting to turn around now, although not potentially as dramatically as I'd like to see for a full-on bounce. But my point is, I still think this is something of a long shot. I would be interested in bidding this area here, 77.5k, somewhere around that, if we see continued fast action to the downside. If we see slow action to the downside, then time to reassess. But once again, you're looking at very, very discounted prices that we haven't seen for a long time. And if you've been following for some time, I like to buy on down days, particularly dramatic down days. Don't like to buy on up days. But as always, that is purely my opinion, shared purely for entertainment purposes, absolutely not financial advice. Thank you so much for watching. As always, plenty more to come. Catch you in the next one.